am so sorry that you've come here and ended up feeling not well, but I've kind of run around and gathered a few things that I think might help you feel better. I'm starting to feel a bit unwell as well, so I'm not sure if you've came and gave it to me or if you came and I've gave it to you, but it sucks. And I know that it's a really long drive home, so we're just going to make the most of it here together, okay? A couple of things before we settle down. I'm sorry if you can hear some sort of buzzing sound. My neighbours have their washing machine on and it's really loud, which is annoying. And the dog is keeping us company in here today because he's just barking at everything, so never mind. The dog might maybe make you feel a bit better, so we'll see. But I thought to help us feel cozy and forget about us being a bit unwell, I thought we could cozy on down onto the sofa. I have a blanket here for you, actually. I do want it because I know you said you were cold. I have got all my layers on, so I am okay. I have this blanket for you though. It's my favourite blanket. But I thought we could cozy on down onto the sofa with a blanket, maybe a hot water bottle. I have a hot water bottle. I've got two, but so you can have one. And watch Netflix, eat some snacks, maybe read some books. So first thing is first though, I will pop this kind of on and around you. It's really, really warm and cozy. So my nose is starting to run a little bit. Right, you sit there and I will kind of tuck this around you. Okay, and then there. Okay, good. So that is a start. That is first thing first done. I bought a couple of these, look, that might make us feel better. So these are vitamin C drinks, and basically I don't think they've been opened yet. We'll need to open them. They're like dissolvable tablets you pop in the water. This one is orange flavour and raspberry flavour. So I bought one of each. I thought we could maybe have a drink of these. Yeah, these are really quite good. And I do have some paracetamol somewhere as well to help our recovery. But which flavour do you want? And we'll pop some in water when we sit on the sofa before we have our snack. I am going to have raspberry. I don't really like the orange one. Raspberry too? Okay, so we'll pop them over there and we will get one of those in a bit. Also, you said your nose was blocked, so I went and dug out some Vicks. Good old Vicks. Works every time. I don't think I need any just yet, but it's very handy to have. So I'm going to pop this over there as well. Also, I've got us some snacks we can choose from. I've got us some books we can choose from, and I'm going to have a little flick through Netflix as well. However, I've got snacks, but I dug this out the cupboard just in case we get kind of really hungry and want something a little warm and hearty and to make us feel better, and it's just some lentil soup. Funny story actually, I bought this from the supermarket just the other day. I've never tried this tin soup. However, I was actually in the supermarket to get ingredients to make this soup at home myself. So I went and bought carrots, potatoes and leeks. I already have red lentils, vegetable stock. I think that's it. And yeah, I saw this and I thought, oh, I'm going to try that first, because I am not the biggest fan of soup. But this lentil soup, I know somebody who makes it homemade, and it's absolutely amazing. And it's not super smooth, it's quite chunky. I prefer a chunkier soup. And yes, I wanted to learn how they made it. And then I saw this and I thought, oh, I might try this first and see what it's like. But yeah, so if we get really peckish, I thought a good bowl of soup with some bread might be nice. But I'm not sure if it's any good because I haven't tried it yet. I'll need to let you know what it's like when I try and make the actual homemade soup. Hopefully that will be good. Shall I show you the other snacks that I've got, and then we can go through picking our books and our Netflix shows and stuff like that. Okay, so crisp wise, I didn't have a lot, but I have some hula hoops. The big hula hoops, I love these. These are my favourite, the beef ones. So we have these, and we have the salt and vinegar. I mean, we can always share, we don't have to pick and stick to one. And then I do also have another pack of crisps. This is just a small bag, but it's some hot mix crisps. I'm not the biggest fan of these because they're a little bit too hot, but I know you like spicy stuff, so. Yeah, it's probably not the best idea actually to eat spicy stuff when you are not feeling very well, so stick with the hula hoops. I mean, shall we just open both of them? Yeah. Oh, you actually prefer these. Okay, well we can take the both of them and share them anyway. I'll definitely put them to the side. Put them next to our little vitamin drinks. And then I have these, which are really, really, really good. I just got these from the supermarket. I've seen them in a few different supermarkets, but different brands, so. But they're basically just like Nutella chocolate in a biscuit. Do you want one now? They're really quite nice actually. They are already open, so. So this is what they look like. Do you want one? Okay, help yourself. I'll eat this one since I've touched it. Got one? You don't get many in them, but I have already ate some of these, so. But we'll enjoy them with the movie, I think. What do you think? They're good, aren't they? Really tasty. Definitely a thumbs up. Yeah, I feel like if you were younger, you could dip these in milk and they'd be really, really good. I wished I had another bag of them. Oh well, never mind. Then I have these Milky Way bars, which I think were from America. This one is rich chocolate, creamy caramel and smooth nugget. I'm sure this one's more like a Mars bar. And this one is rich dark chocolate, golden caramel and with vanilla nugget. So these are really quite nice. So which one do you want? This one, which is the rich chocolate, creamy caramel and smooth nugget, or the dark chocolate, golden caramel and vanilla nugget. Or, I mean, we could just have half each to try. It's been a while since I've had one of these, so I can't remember which one's the best. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll half them and have half each. Okay. Book-wise, so I am actually currently reading a book. This is the book I am reading. It's called 13. The serial killer isn't on trial, he's on the jury. I thought it sounded really cool. Let me read you. There's not much to read. It just says, the murder trial of the century is here. A ruthless prosecutor, a brilliant defense lawyer, a defendant with a secret, and a serial killer on the jury. I mean, I'm not that far into it, as you can see, but so far it's been good. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. So that's what I'm going to read. I picked a couple of books for you though. So I've got a couple at number 9, which is a brand new book. I haven't read it yet. Let me read you what it says. It was the house of their dreams until the bodies were found. And the back says, when Safi moves into 9 Skelton Place with boyfriend Tom and sets about renovations, the last thing she expects is workmen uncovering 2 bodies. Forensics indicate the bodies have been buried for 30 years, much to Safi's relief, until the police's murder investigation turns to the cottage's former owner, her grandmother Rose. But Rose is in a care home, Alzheimer's increasingly confusing her memories. As the police dig ever deeper and Rose begins to remember, Safi fears she and the cottage are being watched. So like I said, I haven't watched this, I haven't read this myself yet. So I don't know if it's any good, but it's quite popular. I've heard a few people say it's good, so that is choice number 1. And then another one I picked out for you is The Magpies, which I have read and absolutely love this book. I've read it twice. The first time on my Kindle, and I just recently brought it and read it again through the summer. It's a really good book. Meet the Neighbours from Hell in the gripping thriller that reviewers and readers describe as fast-paced, chilling and impossible to put down. Which, to be totally honest, it is hard to put down even the second time I read it, when I can kind of remember what happened. It was still really hard to put down, and it's not very often that happens to me. Even when a book promises to be hard to put down, it doesn't happen to me very often. When Jamie and Kirsty move into their first home together, they are full of optimism. The future in which they plan to get married and start a family is bright. The other residents of their building seem friendly too, including the Newtons, a married couple who welcome them to the building with open arms. But then strange things start to happen. Dead rats are left on their doorstep, they hear disturbing noises and much worse in the night. After James' best friend is injured in a horrific accident, Jamie and Kirsty find themselves targeted by a campaign of terror. As they are driven to the edge of despair, Jamie vows to fight back, but he has no idea what he really is up against. The Magpies is a gripping psychological thriller in which the monsters are not vampires or demons, but the people who live next door. It is a nightmare that could happen to anyone. It is a really, really good book. And it's by Mark Edwards. I haven't read anything else by him, but I have got a few of his books on my list now because I really like the way the book is written, the way the story is told. It's really good. I would recommend it because I've read this one and not the other one. I would choose this one, but it's up to you. Which one do you feel like reading? This one? Good, okay, you will not be disappointed. Okay, so we've got our snacks sorted, our books sorted, our medicine sorted for later. Last thing is what we're going to watch on Netflix. So I've got my phone to have a little look through. Obviously we will go through to the couch and watch something, but watch it on the telly, but I thought we'd have a little look on my phone while we're sat here. So I'm thinking, because of the time of the month that it is, nearly Halloween, spooky month, I'm thinking something spooky. But I'm thinking maybe something a bit more light-hearted and fun, and then something more horror, thriller-like. What do you think? Okay, let's have a look. So there is actually a Halloween category on Netflix now. So we have teen screams. So Final Destination is on there. Scream 4, The Craft, it's really good. Halloween is on there. Fear Street is on there. I really enjoyed that last year. Scary Movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is on there. Then you've got like zombies, vampires and ghouls category, lots and lots of different categories. So what do you feel in the mood for? There's family Halloween treats as well, so there's more family friendly stuff. Goosebumps is on here. I love watching Goosebumps at Halloween, it's really good. Most of it's kind of a bit kiddish. Then we have slashers and serial killers. Again with Fear Street, and Friday the 13th is on here. The Fall, that's a really good show. Have you seen it? Oh, it's really, really good. It was actually on BBC Two first. I'm just in the middle of watching Midnight Mass, which came out last year, but I am just late to everything, honestly. I am on episode 4 next, and I really, really like it. Have you seen it? Yeah, you watched it last year. No, don't spoil anything, no. I do really like it so far. It's a bit slow, but I quite like that. I like the way it's filmed, the music, and it's really, really intense, and I really like it. But yeah, I'm late to everything, honestly. That came out last year, and I'm only just watching it. I still haven't watched Squid Games, which everyone's watched. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what's good as well. Let me just... I forgot to Google it earlier. I wanted to tell you. Have you ever watched The Burbs? It's kind of weird, and it's just like a freaky, odd film. It's really, really good. Let me Google it, because I forgot the name of the guy that's in it. From... well, I think it is. I get confused. Hold on, let me Google it and see. This isn't on Netflix though, so we ain't going to be able to watch it, but maybe for next time. So it's a comedy slash horror, so it's a bit spooky and weird. but it's not like a horror with lots of murders and like blood and gore and stuff. But it's got Tom Hanks in it. Yeah, Tom Hanks. I can't remember if it had Tom Hanks in it or if it had the guy in it from Ghostbusters. But it's Tom Hanks. It's got quite a few people in it you would probably know, but it's about kind of weird, freaky neighbours and lots of bizarre things happening. It's really good. Oh, you've heard of it? Yeah, well, if you get a chance to watch it, definitely watch it. Okay, back to Netflix. So we've got Halloween comedies as well. Have you watched Day Shift? Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's got Snoop Dogg in it. Is that Denzel Washington? Jamie Foxx, not Denzel Washington. It's got Snoop Dogg in it, Jamie Foxx, and Dave Franco in it. That's really good. Again, it's like comedy slash, you know, horror, a bit spooky. You haven't seen it? Yeah, we can watch that if you want. Okay, so we can watch Day Shift and then something a little bit more spooky and scary. Yeah, I'm thinking Scream as well. Scream 1 isn't on here, I don't think it's just Scream 4, but I do have it Scream on DVD, so yeah, that's a good pick of films, I think. So Day Shift and Scream. Yes, I'm happy with that. Okay. I am going to grab some tissues below my nose, and I think you need some tissues too, and I think we will maybe start getting cozy on the couch. What do you think? Yeah, I will need to grab the hot water bottles and some water for our dissolvable tablets, but I think we are good to go. So hopefully we feel better by either the end of the night or by morning. Yes. Okay, let's go and get settled.